Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you how to do an AI that's going to follow your character. Okay, so in order to do this we need to go into the pawn event graph and then go to set tags and click add pin, and here set another tag. Okay, mine is 2. Then go into the weapon character and get from hit actor has tag, put here your tag, then do a branch. And if this is true, do this thing here that we have done. And this is how you do it to the both things, to the shotgun and to the single fire. Okay, so what this is going to do is we are going to make the difference between this pawn and the pawn that we are going to create later. So in order to do that, we are going to need another tag, and if this is true, we are going to just deal damage to this pawn. Okay, so in order to do the AI, we need to go to blueprint class, character, and I'm going to call this AI. Then get in here, and here you can choose a static mesh or a cube or whatever you have. I'll choose a cube. And I need to resize it. Okay, this is pretty good. Then we are going to need to use a new component that is called pawn sensing. So let's say if I compile this and then click here, and if I make this a low value, you're going to see a cone. If in this cone my pawn is going to see another pawn, you can do, let's say, to move the AI to that pawn. So in order to do that, we need to go on C pawn, and from here we drag cast to weapon character 2, which is my character. So if the pawn that we are going to see, that the AI is going to see, is going to be our character, then AI move to. This is a node that has been created by Epic Games, the guys that have done the engine. If we would not have this, it would have been really hard for us to do it, but fortunately we have this. So from here we need to get self, which is just a reference to the AI. It's a self reference, you see, gets a reference to the instance of the blueprint. Then from here we need to get actor location and plug this into the destination, and from here to the target actor. So what this is going to do is move self, the AI, move the AI from its location to the character location, which is its destination, and the target actor is what to follow. So now first we need to place the AI into our world. We need to rotate this. Okay, and what we can do here is to make the peripheral view a little bit higher. Okay, so this should be good, and we can see the cone here. You'll notice that there's nothing happening. That's because we need to set an area where this AI can actually walk. So in order to do this, we need to go here and type nav mesh bounds volume, and if I scale this down and place it here and I let it just like this, you'll see that it's still not doing anything. That means that we have an error here. So let's see. Okay, let me see, what have I done wrong here? Okay, let's see, if we make the nav mesh bounds bigger, what's going to happen? Okay, so I'm going to do this bigger, and as you can see, it's moving. And now it's not going to move because I'm out of its cone, so I can't really do anything about that because I can't have it like 180, so I need it to be like 90 degrees. Okay, and now it is going to just follow us, but you see he's going to stop. That's because our nav mesh bounce volume ended, and in order to make him follow us everywhere we need to set this bigger. So now he should follow us everywhere in our scene. Okay, and yeah, as you can see he follows us and he's faster than us, so we need to kill him, but nothing is going to happen because we haven't actually set the health. So in order to do that, we go here. Now actually go to event begin play and set tags. Then let me just delete this. From here we are going to make array. This is the node is going to let us set the tags. Then here we type pawn, so we know that it is going to be a pawn, but as I told you we need to set another tag so we know what pawn it actually is. So this is going to be 1. Okay, and then we need here to set a new variable. I'm going to call this HP from health points, and then set it to a float. I recommend using float, not integers, because if you want to have decimals, this is going to help us a lot. Okay, so now we're going to our character, and from here, from this branch, if it's false, we're going to do another branch. Drag from hit actor. Actor has tag, so if our line trace hits this pawn here with its tag, which its tag is 1, we need to type here 1. So if we hit this pawn, then we are going to cast to it. So if it's true, cast to AI. Okay, so I hope that this is my AI and it's not something else. Then we get from hit actor, go to plug it into object. Okay, then from here we need to get HP, then set HP, plug this into here, then from here we get float minus float, and we're going to plug this in here, and that's it. Okay, and now we need event tick. I'll explain this a little bit later. Okay, and we need to do a branch. If it's true, it's going to be destroy actor, which is self. Then from here, it's if float is less than or equal, if HP is less or equal than 0, actually, yeah, then we're going to destroy the actor. So we're going to see that this is being destroyed at when it's going to spawn it, because we haven't set its HP yet. So here we can set whatever we want. For now I'll set 5, and as you can see now if I shoot him, it is going to die after I shoot him 5 times. Okay, now this is working, but as well we can make it to deal damage to us, but I want to do something else. Until then we need to copy this and this and paste it here, because this is actually the same thing. And then we plug this in here and we just like this. Okay, but here we have an error, so we need to plug the hit actor into the object, then compile again, and as you can see this is working just fine. And let's see. Okay, this is working perfect, but I mean this is not really challenging. You won't get any damage if he catches you, right? Okay, so in order to do that we need to go to AI, then viewport, add component, and here we need to set to get box, which is actually a box collision, and this is going to check if something is colliding with him, with the AI, or she. He might be a she as well. Okay, then we go here on component begin overlap. Here we are going to need to from other actor cast to F to actually weapon character 2. So if the other actor is our character, we need to have a new variable here, which I'm going to call in volume, set it to boolean, then set it to true. And on component end overlap, then we're going to copy this, but this time set to false. And we need to go into our weapon character and set it as well. Is no, actually in volume. Okay, yeah, this is right. Let me take this here. But we need to do something else as well. So from here, set is no, actually just in volume without is, and set it to true. Then copy it, plug this in here. Actually, this needs to be false and this true. And now we go to event tick. So we're going to check every tick if we are in the volume. If it's true, we need first to create another variable, HP, set it float. Okay, it seems that we have a problem here. Okay, so I'm going to create a new one and name it health. Okay, then set the health to float minus float, health minus 1. Then we're going to set health to, let's say, 15. Here we're going to get the sequence, which is just letting us to have more nodes of this type. Branch, if the health is less than or equal to 0, then we're going to destroy actor. Okay, but here if it's going to be like every tick, every frame is going to be way too fast. Okay, and here I'm going to add a delay, and let's say 0.5, and I want to do something else, add pin here, and then type print string, get a health, plug this in here, and set the duration to 0. So we are going to see the actual health. Okay, as you can see, it's getting every 0.5 seconds a little bit of my HP. So we could decrease this value to 0.2 and go here into the viewport box and make it bigger. Okay, now if I go here, I'm going to die faster, and let's set the health to 3 in order to see if we are going to die. And as you can see, we died, so we can't control our pawn anymore. Okay, so let me explain now what this is going to do. So what's happening here? I already explained this. Okay, then here the tags, as I told, we need to make difference between the two pawns. This is why we need one more tag. Then here is if our health points is, if this variable is less than 0 or equal to, we're going to destroy the AI because it doesn't have any more health, so it makes sense, I think. Then if our character is colliding with this box, this is what this does here, we're going to set the AI variable in volume to true or false, and the same goes into the weapon character. Then every tick we are going to check if we are in the volume, and if we are in the volume, that means that we are in this box right here, then we are going to deal damage every 0.2 seconds minus 1. Okay, so once our health gets to 0 or less than that, we are going to destroy our character. And this is just a debugging node which is going to let us know the value of the variable every frame, and I set it to 0 because if we had 2 seconds as it default, you see it's going to be a lot of print to strings, so that's why we need only 0 seconds. Okay, so this is, I hope this tutorial was interesting and I learned something new, and this is pretty much the end of our episode, and until next time.